everybody, it is your girl Pressure, and I'm back with another video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And don't forget to share my videos wherever with whoever so they know you rocks with your girl. Shout out to all 425 of my precious babies and my baby boos. Mwah. I love each and every one of you. And of course, if you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. I'm your girl Precious. This is the Precious Me channel, okay? If you've been here before but have not subscribed, baby, what you waiting on? The button down below, okay? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell button so you're notified when my videos go live, because even though they're pre-recorded, they do premiere live, and my lives are live, okay? Be on the lookout for a live, honey, okay? Because I do owe y'all more. I was supposed to go live, but I didn't, but hey, we'll talk about it when we get there, okay? Also, of course, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That helps recommend my videos to other people in the algorithm. Also, don't forget to check out my shorts where I give you guys unboxings and just my 2 cents and all that jazz, baby. Go watch it, okay? Of course, you guys can go to my playlist tabs, to all the tab thingies on my channel, where you will find all of my perfectly curated playlists, reviews, and etc. Just my 2 cents. New hair, who this, what your boy hauls, Vlogmas, Bridgerton, Black Cinema, Auntie Outside, what you're reading, what you're sipping on, and just like this, and probably a whole plethora of other things. So yeah, y'all go ahead and check that out. Of course, further down below, you'll find the links to the IG and the Facebook of the same name. Without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, as I told you guys before, I am going to be giving you guys a fragrance trade 102, right? That's what this video is going to be called, right? So you guys know I already did a first one where I think I talked about wearing certain scents with themselves or something or other. I don't know. I did the video like almost a year or two ago. But I thought I'd come back for anybody who's new here on my channel, or anybody who's new to the fragrance community, and you just need somebody to help you understand, how do I layer? Now, for some people, layering is a lot and it becomes overwhelming. For some people, it's a little simple, like me. I do a little 1 2 1 2. I ain't doing too much. You know, I ain't doing too much. So, for me, the only thing I normally do when it comes to my base is just 1 or 2 things, right? I either do an oil or a lotion, maybe even a body butter, a shea butter, okay? That's technically like 4. But that's where the base starts for me. I normally do that. And sometimes you can mix things to help you form an even better base, okay? So, of course, let's start with the main part of our foundation is taking a bath. That's the biggest part of our foundation, okay? Is taking a bath. You guys to go ahead and wash that ass, okay? A bath. That is your bestest friend in the whole wide world. You get in there and you shower and you do what you're supposed to do. Now, if you're somebody who likes to have like matching scents with everything, then just know that EOS did come out with a shower gel line, like a body wash line that matches their lotions. So say for instance, you feel like wearing vanilla cashmere. They have a vanilla cashmere body wash that actually smells amazing. So if y'all want to go ahead and get that, like, you start your day with that. So matter of fact, let's start there. So let's say you are a vanilla girl, right? Vanilla's your jam, that's your thing, and you want to start with that. So if you want to start with vanilla cashmere body wash or any vanilla cocoa butter type body wash, that'll be your base, you know, the clean slate base. Then you would go in with whatever vanilla base, like lotion or where is it? Yes. Or body oils you have, right? So you will go in with that. That will be like your second or first base, depending on what you do, right? If you're somebody who's not into like the whole layering body wash and da da da, then whatever body wash you use and you feel like wearing vanilla for the day, then you will start with your lotion and your body oil. Now, these can be worn together or they can be worn separately. It all depends on how you like to layer. Now, for me, 9 times out of 10, I like to mix, especially depending on what fragrance I'm going to wear and how I want it to project and how I want to smell. So, say for instance, I want to wear, let me see, like Fenty's Vanilla Flowers, right? So I would start with vanilla cashmere. I would put the lotion in my hand, and then I would take the Vanilla Clouds body oil and I pour a little bit on top, and then I of course would rub it in, right? So it could be a nice like silky smooth consistency, and then I would start to rub in the oil and the lotion mixture on my body, right? Once that is on my body, you let that dry. You let that get dry, okay? To where it's still shiny, but not like fresh, to where it's almost like wet, if that makes sense. Once that has set on your body and absorbed in and got all the moisturization and everything, make sure y'all get the elbows and the knees and stuff, ankles. Then you're going to go in with your spray. Okay, now I know spraying and the number of sprays and all of that is something that a lot of people debate about. But I'm going to be honest with you. I spray until I feel like I have enough to where throughout the day I won't have to respray. That's why I spray as many sprays as I spray. Okay? Now, you can spray 2-3 sprays and go about your business. That's your business. Okay? Do what you want to do. Okay? Because what? Layering is subjective. Okay? For me, I do about 4 up in here, and then I go down my arm. Now, I don't know how many that is, but I just until my arm is wet. Okay? And then I come over here, and I until my arm is wet. Okay? And then I do the same thing with my legs. I until it's wet. And then I allow all of that to set in and dry. Now, the wrist thing. Now, let me tell you something. If you spray on your wrist and rub, that's your business. I don't do that. What did I just tell you? I spray and be wet. And I let it dry. Okay? You know how, have you ever done a wash and go? To my natural girls. You know how you wash your hair, you let it air dry, then you put whatever leave-in conditioner, oils, and serum in your hair, style it however you want to go, and it still got a little wetness to it, and you go about your business. That's what I do. I'm a wet and go. Spray and go. Spray and go. Now, as far as that spraying the fragrance in the air and stepping into it, don't do that. Don't do that. You are literally wasting your fragrance because it's in the air. The room smells nice. You just getting little raindrops or rimlets on you. You ain't actually sprayed nothing on your skin. Nothing. Don't spray and walk into it. Spray it on your body. Now, if you don't want to actually spray it on your skin, then spray it on your clothes. Before you get dressed, on your clothes and let it sit. You know what I'm saying? Spray on your clothes, let it sit. Okay? Like you season it. Season your clothes with your perfume. And go about your business. If you don't actually want to put the fragrance on your skin, you done did your base, your clothes down and go about your business. Right? There you go. Okay? Hold please. Now let's say for instance you want to do a whipped body butter, right? So whipped body butters, just like a body oil, is a fragrant, right? Unless you get like unscented, right? That's cool. Now if you want to do something that's unscented, or like a cocoa body oil or whatever, which this is something else you can mix with your lotion. Depending on what your lotion is, you mix a little oil in there. You know, I tend to do this like, more in the summertime, so my body has nice moisturization and it's nice and hydrated. I tend to do that more in the summertime. In the fall, winter, I'll either put on a lotion or oil. It's kind of like an either or. The only time I really like mix it together is when I know I really, really, really want to give off a zhuzhy feel, if that makes sense, right? But that's the main thing, is your base helps the longevity of your fragrance. Now, y'all know I tend to tell you that I believe some fragrances should just be worn by itself, right? And what I mean by that is, so even though technically they're not the exact same, they're both inspired versions of Barberry Her. This is the elixir and this is the regular version, right? Okay, the original. So I tend to wear these two together, or something that gives off a strawberry-esque note, because that's like one of the like prominent notes in Burberry Her, like the strawberry. It's a very beautiful strawberry floral note. I think I said this in my first fragrance 101, I believe, where I told you wearing scents with itself is one of those type of things where they don't need help. You don't have to layer it with extra things. Burberry Her and Her Elixir is a fragrance you can wear together. The only other scent I could say and recommend wearing it with is something else that gives like a strawberry, like Fleur's strawberry letter. um y'all know I have the inspired dupe version of it from Bath and Body Works called Strawberry Flirt. Or you can wear it with Scentbird's strawberry shortcake scent, which also smells good together. And you're probably wondering, well, how would that work? So I'll give you a perfect example. So say for instance, I wanted to wear Strawberry Flirt, right? And I wanted to wear the strawberry pound cake. So of course I will put Strawberry Flirt on first. Okay? This is the lotion. You start this as our base. Whatever body wash you want to use, that's perfectly fine. If you want to use a strawberry-esque scented body wash because you want to have your fragrance just be strawberry throughout the day, then you start with your body wash first. Then you will go in with your lotion. After that, once your body is done, or you can mix lotion and body oil, you know what I'm saying, to help the scent. Then once your body is dry from having your lotion on or whatever, then you will go in and top yourself off with this, right? And then if you really want to give it an extra zhuzh, you would go in with the Burberry Her Elixir. If you have the original or an inspired version, Her, not Her Elixir, then you will top yourself off with that. And of course, what we're gonna do, we're gonna spray till we wet, set, and go. That's what I do. You don't have to do what I do. Again, if you a girl, and go about your business. You hear me? You get yourself a spritz here, boom, a spritz there, boom. And then you could go on with it. And you don't have to like put the fragrances on top of each other. That's also another thing with layering. You don't have to actually layer the fragrances on top of each other. You can layer in sections, right? So say for instance, you go in with Not Her But Her. Since this is like the stronger scent, you would go in here like in your neck area. Like in here, your neck, chest area, maybe get behind your ears. Because this one is a little more gourmandish a little bit, you would like get your wrists with this one. Maybe you could go in the crook of your elbows with this one. Maybe you could get one knee with this one and the other knee with that one, and crisscross your ankles with it. You know, get this on that ankle, that on that. It all depends on how you want to layer the fragrance on your body, because layering a fragrance or fragrances in section also helps create different scent bubbles, and how throughout the day the scent starts to linger as your body starts to move, if that makes sense. So this is something you learn as you go. You play with your scents. You know, the thing I think I told y'all in the first fragrance trade was know your notes. I think that's what I said. So always make sure you go on Google, Frantica, the website, whatever, and you're looking at your notes. Because if you, and I go off a scent. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I don't necessarily look at the notes of everything all the time. It's all based on how things smell to me. I'm gonna be completely and wholeheartedly honest to y'all. Or it's based off of maybe like a recommendation somebody said, and I'm like, oh, I think I got that. Or I might have something like that, and then I'm like, okay, let me try this, let me see. But then once people start recommending stuff, then I gotta go and say, okay, I do have these two scents, but let me go Google the notes first to make sure that they are going to mesh well together, because I don't want to put two things together and they don't go together and then I'm mad. Because I've also talked about making sure things are in the same floral and scent family. If y'all want to go back to Fragrance 101, I'll probably link that video down below for y'all. So, you know, you just know everything's within the same house, if that makes sense, right? So it all starts with a good base and a good foundation, right? Because you guys know that one of my favorite scent combinations is where I wore the inspired dupe versions of Baccarat Rouge 540 and YSL Lead together. And when it came to that the mix and matching of the base was something that I could get away with, depending on what was the final scent I would put on my body. So, say for instance, I started with the YSL Libre scent. So, whatever oil or body butter or lotion or whatever I had of that, that would be my base. Then I would go in with whatever Baccarat Rouge scent I had. So let's say I started with a YSL Libre body butter, right? I put that body butter all over my body, let it sit. Then I would go in with like a oil of the Baccarat Rouge scent, let that sit. You know, it's wet, let it sit. And then once that is dry or almost dry, I would then go in with the YSL Libre or Libre Intense perfume, spray my body down till I'm wet, and then go on by my business. And then, of course, because both of those fragrances had ambroxan in them, that was the main note that meshed well together. But because the YSL Libre had vanilla and lavender in it, that's the scent that would make it a little more feminine. Because ambroxan is a very like heavy note, it kind of gives off a little masculine type energy. But because of the lavender and vanilla in the YSL Libre, it kind of gave it this beautiful unisexy type situation. At least that's how it smelled on my body, if that makes sense. So that's what I mean when I say like layering. Like you can layer like that, like a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You got your bread, your meat, your cheese, your lettuce, you know, your pickles, and all your things. Like layering is like making a sandwich, if that makes sense. So you got to make sure, however you decide to layer the ingredients in the middle of your sandwich, it comes out perfect for you. Because everybody like their sandwiches different, right? Some people like their sandwiches toasted, some don't. Some people use mayonnaise, some people use butter, some people use Miracle Whip. You know, some people put mustard, some people use maybe a salad dressing or something like you know, everybody makes their sandwich different. Everybody uses different salads, pasta. So everything is different for everybody because everybody's palate is different, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm not hungry. I ate earlier. I just like using food analogies, okay? Because I like food, okay? But that is something that I feel like is very important. Like when I started wearing, let's see. Like when I started layering my way together, right? I realized these, because this is a set that I honestly believe should be worn by itself. This is a whipped shea butter from the company. The Perfume Chick is the black-owned company. And this is Dossier, Fruity Neroli, which is their version. It's inspired, both are inspired versions of My Way. And the minute I bought this, I don't know if y'all remember, when I bought this, I immediately said, I need a body butter. And the Perfume Chick had one. And the minute I wore this, I was like, this smells good. I love the way this smells. And then for some unknown reason, excuse me, I want to say I saw this combination that I've been wearing when I was pairing it with the Sand & Fog's inspired version of Young Bougie gelato, pistachio gelato from Kayali. I think I saw this on the fragrance tree I'm in, or somewhere on the internet. I seen it. I don't know who came up with the combination, but I did not come up with it on my own. I can honestly tell y'all that. I swear I think I seen this either in my fragrance tray or somebody, one of the fragrance girlies online somewhere. I seen it on Instagram, Facebook, somewhere. But I didn't come up with the combination. To be honest with y'all, I didn't. But when I started pairing the Sand & Fog dupe of the pistachio from Kayali with my Way dupes, I had a hit on my hands. And y'all probably wondering, how did it go? So, took my shower. I started with the whip shea butter, right? Put that all over my entire body. We let it dry. Once it was dry, I would put the oil, the roller oil from Sand & Fog, it would go on my wrists. I put on my wrist and then I put it on my chest. Then once that dried, I would spray the inner crook of my elbows with the Fruity Neroli, and then I get the back of my knees. I also got the back of my knees with the Sand & Fog scent as well. And then I would only wear the pistachio here with the shade, right? But I would spray this like all over my body, like everywhere else but here, right? And my wrist. So then I would let it set, because you know you spray it till you wet. And then I let it sit. And then that's just what it would be. And the way that scent, I'm trying to find a word. Is it amalgamated? It, it amalgamated, meshed well, whatever. The way it got together is the scent trail it would leave. That I literally had people telling me the first time I wore the scent, what do you have on? You smell good. And it wasn't just like I smelled good, but I smelled yummy and I smelled edible. It was all that type of thing. So when you find your groove or your jam when it comes to layering, you can go out the house and have people literally like, damn, you smell good. What you got on? I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm going to tell you what I'm wearing, baby. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you every time. You know why? Because you just done gave me the best compliment in the world. Hell yeah, I'm going to tell you what I got on. You absolutely right. You done told me you like what I smell. I'm going to tell you. Now, I don't know if it's going to smell how it smell on me on you. But hey, I'm going to tell you what I got on. Because I'm not a gatekeeper. That's why I do these videos. That's why I do my fragrance tray. That's why I do my unboxings. That's why I now do things like this, my fragrance 101, because I never want to be the person who has a whole bunch of shit in their house and I'm just gatekeeping. I'm not going to tell anybody. My precious. I had to hit that for the one time, y'all. But it's like, that's not me. Like, I'm never going to tell y'all what I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I might sometimes, depending on how much I really like it. I ain't going to tell y'all for a while. I ain't going to hold it. I'm going to keep it to myself. But then I'm eventually like, nah, they need to know, right? But that's just another thing. Like, when you find combinations and things that work for you, you have a hit on your hand. Now, sometimes you are going to layer scents that are similar but different, and it's just gonna give you something. And you're like, okay, I see you. All right now, I got you. Case in point, I Smell Like Money. I believe I've layered these two together before. And Viva Vanilla. They're both vanilla scents, but this one gives off a more smoky, while this gives off a more boozy, right? But I have, if I'm not mistaken, layered these two together. Y'all go back and double check. I have layered these two together because technically, yes, they're both vanillas, but these are two different scents, right? And 9 times out of 10, I've layered them with this lotion, or I just put them on with a body oil, or I've layered them with what was that one lotion I had from Bath and Body Works? Madagascar and vanilla. Like, so I've layered things together, right? Another combination I've done where it comes to like peach. So you guys know I've worn, I don't know. Like, I've worn the Bath and Body Works Diamond of the Season, and I've paired it with Bitter Peach, right? They have the same peachy note, but then they have different other notes together. But the way they smell together, because of the peachy note, gives it this beautiful peachy, sexy, delicious type situation. So like that's what I'm saying. Like even when you find, I just keep pulling stuff out, and I'm gonna have to put it back. But even when you find scents that have the same notes, you can still layer multiple fragrances together. And sometimes that's literally what all layering it is finding similar notes within fragrances to create your own special scent, right? Now, yes, there's still scents I believe that you don't need no help with wearing them, right? Y'all know when it comes to Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK, y'all know I like to wear it by itself. Meaning I have a body butter or a whip shade from, you know, um, black owned companies, and then I have, perfumes and things from black owned company, and I wear them together because that is the type of scent where you don't have to add nothing else on top of it. Just wear Gentle Fluidity Gold, right? Delina from Perfumes de Marley is another scent. All of the Delinas for real. Delina Exclusive, and Delina La Rose. Excuse me. Those are all scents that you can wear by themselves. They don't need no extra help. You can wear them by themselves. But if you do, layer them with scents that have similar notes, like Main Character. Main Character you can wear with any of the Delina scents because it has pear and lychee and that damn skin rose, and has Madagascar vanilla, white musk cedar. Like this is a scent you could pair with that. So if you have Delina, go get Main Character from Jazar's Couture. You got Delina Exclusive, Delina La Rose. You're welcome. Another scent I just thought about off the top of my head that I've worn with the Diamond of the Season from Bath and Body Works is the Julian's Perfumes Cassili dupe, which is called Princess Treatment. That's another scent that has like a peach note in it. So like that, like layering is all about things that are similar, and you want to create a different vibe or a different scent, or it's just a curiosity thing, right? So always start with a base of lotion, body butter, body oil, whipped shea, something that's going to help lock the scent in, if that makes sense, right? And so I feel like when you have either scented lotions from like EOS or Bath and Body Works, Jazar's Couture, or you can do whipped body butters, whipped shea butters from Jazar's Couture, the perfume chick, Scented Trail, another company that I've purchased from. You will get some of the most beautiful scents. You can do body oils from either Jazar's Couture. I believe the perfume chick has body oils. Gavin Lux also has body oils. What I believe with Chase, they have roll on fragrant oils. Cindertrol, they have a plethora of products just like Jazar's Couture, where you can get a body oil, a shea butter, actual perfume, and you can layer in that way, right? Because you guys know from Jazar's Couture, one of my favorite scents is Sunset Love. I have the whipped shea, the body oil, and fragrance, right? I have a roll-on oil and a perfume oil, and I've worn all three of them together, right? And you're probably thinking, well, how do you start something like that? So of course you start with your shower, your bath, whatever. Then you will go in with the body butter or the whipped shea butter, the whipped oil, the whipped butter, right? So I will go in with my luxurious body cream, right? For Sunset Love, I will start with this after, I've let my body air dry from my shower. So of course I will go in with this first, right? Put it all over my body, let it sink in, let it moisturize, get that oil in there. Once I've done with this, right, because this is step one to my layering, right, then I will go in with the roll-on oil. Now, with the roll-on oil, you typically want to put it somewhere where it'll stay for a while. So normally you will go in like on your wrist, right, or like behind your ears, behind your knees, right? So let's say that's what we do. Our body's dry, so we put this on our wrists, behind our ears, the back of our knees, right? We're going to let that dry. Then we're going to go in everywhere else, meaning I'm not getting behind my ears because I've already went in with the oil. I'm not getting my wrists because I've already went in with the oil. I'm not spraying behind my knees because I've already went in with the oil. So where am I going to spray this? In the crook of my elbow, right? I'm going to spray everywhere up to about here, right? So I'm going to start at my shoulder blade because that's normally where you want to start. Like, you want to start everywhere and then stop before you get to your wrist, right? So you can actually start in your neck area and go here, and then you can take it back and spray up until you get to your wrist, right? Then when you spray your legs, you spray your ankle, up and down your leg. You're going to miss your knees because you already went in with the oil, right? Boom. You don't have to put no perfume on your thighs because you went in with this. So you don't have to put perfume on your thighs because you already have this, right? You don't have to get your torso because you went in with this. But on your clothes, let it set, be wet, marinate. And now you're going to go about your business. So that's how layering works, right? So when you think of layering, think of sections. Think of a sandwich. Think of, like, when you part your hair into sections and things like that. Like, which section's going to get what, right? Because there are times where I'll spray my ankles and the back of my knees with one perfume if I'm in the middle of layering multiple perfumes. And I'll spray the top half of my body with a different perfume, right? If I'm using multiple scents. Or I'll spray one half of my arm with one and one half of my arm with the other. Boom, boom, in the center with both. Back of my knees with both, and go about my business. And sometimes, you know, that's like playing with how the scent works and how it's going to, like, what's the vibe it's going to give off for the day, if that makes sense. So when you think about layering and your base, always think about, am I going to start with the lotion? Am I going to start with oil? Do I have a shea butter? Do I have a whipped body butter? Do I have a cream? What am I going to go in with first? Once you do that, then if you want a double layer, then you go in with your oil. Or if you're somebody like me, you'll layer your oil with your lotion. Now when it comes to my butters and things, my shea butters, my whipped butters, I don't have to layer this with oil because this already gives off like a smooth, silky, oily consistency. So I never have to go in behind this with the oil. I rarely go in behind this with an oil of like this magnitude. So if I'm wearing this, I'm normally going in with a roll-on oil. Okay? That's another thing. If you have body butters, shea butters, and cream, then you want to go in with a roll-on oil, which is a perfume roll-on oil, and not a body oil. Okay? Okay? Then you're going to go in with whatever perfume or spray mist or whatever you got to, you know, top it off. Right? So hopefully, I don't want this video to be too long, but hopefully I gave y'all enough content in this video where it was helpful for you. Again, if you have scents that are like the same scent of something, then you would go in with the oil and top it off with the fragrance spray if you're doing like just a 1-2 situation, because not everybody wants to put 15 different things on their body. So if you're somebody who's simple, where you're like, I don't want to do all of that, then you would get a shea butter with body butter, perfume. Boom. That's your layering. Start with this, you end with that. There you go. Now if you want to go in with like a roll-on perfume oil, then you figure out where you're going to, what section of your body you're going to put that in. Once that's dry, then you go in with the perfume spray. But even if that's too much for you and you just want lotion spray, then you would go in with your lotion, top it with your spray. Okay? If you just want to wear oil and lotion for the day, then what you would do is you would put your lotion in your hand, pour your body oil that has scent in it, your perfume body oil on your body, in your hand, and then you're going to rub it all over your entire body. All over. You're going to mix them together and rub it all over your entire body and go about your business like that. So that is also another thing you can do. Y'all went in here because I didn't get y'all. Y'all gotta make it. But yeah, y'all. So that is my fragrance 102 layering 102. How to layer your base is what I'm actually gonna call this, because I feel like, again, a lot of people do a lot of videos and posting things, and they talk about, oh, I layer and this, and I feel like sometimes that could be a lot for a lot of people who just, again, people who are new to the community, that might be overwhelming for them, and they may not understand, like, no, I'm not putting everything on top of each other. I'm putting it in sections. So being able to say, I'll spray up until I get to my wrist because I've already put a perfume oil here, or I put the oil all over my whole body, but I only wrote on something on my wrist, and then I spray the rest of my body, get the back of my knees, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now, there are a lot of people who are, they old school with it. They put their lotion on and they just spray themselves down and they go. That's all they're going to do. And all I got to say is, start with your nice good lotion, body butter, shea butter, cream. If you get into oils, mix your oils in there, okay? Or get your perfume oil if you're using any of these, okay? And go about your business. And there you go. Okay? Alright, y'all. That is all. That is it. I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope it was precise and concise. And I hope everything made sense to you. And if not, I'll further explain it in the comments. Okay? Because I don't never want nobody not to know what I was talking about. Okay? Alright, y'all. I'm your girl, Precious. This is the Precious B channel. Remember, layering is subjective. Do what you feel comfortable with doing. Do what feels right to you. You ain't got to follow the trends that everybody following. Do what makes you feel comfortable, okay? If you feel sexy only putting on a lotion and some perfume, baby, going out the door. If you feel good only putting on a body butter and a roll-on oil, baby, do you. Because half the time, I only go out the door with 2 things, okay? So, that's it. That's all, y'all. Okay? I love y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And don't share my videos wherever, whoever, so they know you rocks with your girl, okay? And don't forget to tell your mom, sister, cousin, auntie, and Tracy and them that you rocks with your girl. I'm your girl, Precious. This is the Precious B channel. I love you. Mwah! Bye!